Hello, how's it going? Fanny, Sketchy, Virtue, Finn. What's up? JB, thank you for the hydrate. Mmm, beautiful tap water. How are y'all doing? Everyone, one at a time. Don't speak over each other. What's going on? More story, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna do more story. It's like the more I work on the story, the more my brain is in the story, which allows me to which you just get a better understanding of your own world. It'd be very dangerous for me to not do story until it's done. I feel like I just need to keep going until it's done. I'm not deving. I'm not deving for a little bit. But I do want to remake that starting screen with my new assets. So I'm gonna do that. Is Japan tap water good? It tastes like tap water everywhere. It's clean. It's definitely clean. I mean, Japan generally has like really good water. Why is Unity asking for access to my documents folder? I feel like it has it already. We're waiting for dinner to arrive and I'm still working. What'd you order? Let me guess. Sushi. Boba. I'm waiting for work. Did you get katsudon? Oyakudon? Donbori? Ramen? I'm waiting for a work meeting in an hour, but until then, just chilling, making pizza. Ooh, pizza. Pizza, pizza. We can go through all the foods in the world, but it's chicken boona. That sounds nice. Chilling, playing games, not being productive. What are you playing? I was stuck on a quest in Oblivion, and it made me never want to play it again. And then I just quickly looked up like how to get past it, and now I'm like totally back in it. Totally back in it. Quest, yeah. They did something sneaky in the game. They point you in a direction, and there's an impenetrable door in between you and the quest marker. And you can't, it's like a door that's, you can't unlock, you can't pick the lock. It's like you need a key. So I spent like 3 hours looking for the key. And really what you were supposed to do is find a very hidden, very secret passageway in a different direction that like gets you behind that door. But they put that door there specifically to make you think that it's impenetrable. Yeah, and it made me mad. But then I looked it up and it's all fine. But yeah, JB, what are you playing? No, I did not penetrate the door. I went around the door. I went around. Okay, to recreate that scene, uh, let's look at it for a second. Let's look at it. Let me look at it real quick. Hmm. So I need I need a bunch of chairs. I need a campfire, and I need a nice building in the background with a clean, snowy foreground. All right, I got this. I can make that. I can make that. Genshin, Honkai, Zenless, all of them? You're just playing all of them at once? Don't forget the farm, important. You think the farm is important? It is winter. Why are there crops growing in the middle of winter? Maybe I can put something better. Maybe I can put some. I don't want to spend too much time on this. It should just take me like 10 minutes. What even is a winter crop? I wasn't planning on having any winter crops, right? Did I plan on winter crops? Crop farming. Winter, nothing. This is just a dead zone. Dead zone. We got corn, sunflowers, wheat, oats, tomatoes, blueberries, raspberries, potatoes, lettuce, and strawberries. That's what I got. Daikon. Daikon's a radish is it's a winter vegetable? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. All right, this is not a good inn, right? This is not a good inn. I like that it's a little inset there, so I want to recreate that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just now realizing I don't care. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Why is this happening? Why can't I change seasons? Oh, it is changing. That's funny. Oh, my new winter doesn't look as good. Oh, that's nighttime. What does winter look like at night? Yeah, it looks the same. Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Just keep writing story. Hungry little artist. Welcome in. How are you? I'm doing good. Caveman Crafting, good morning. Hadouken. Good morning. Good morning, Europe. Good morning, Europe. Yeah, I'm going to close Unity. So if you're here for game dev, you're in the wrong place. Should I just leave this as my background? Can I put that like... Nah, forget it. We're here now. We're here now. I'm working on my farming system. Nice. I am going to continue working on my story. I'm almost there. My goal was to... This is the beginning of the game, and this is the end of the game. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a nice flow chart where everything is just, you know, everything just makes sense and flows nicely, and one thing leads to another, and it's clear. And I think I'm almost done. This is still game dev. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's game dev related. It is not physically developing video game. It is writing video game. We're never here for game dev. Just don't make us question why we're here. That's a good one. So the reason why this doesn't have anything attached is because entering the forest is just you go up to the fence and you want to enter. So another thing that I'm realizing is I have these thorns in the game and they don't do anything. They're there. You clean them up and they never come back. And like, what's their purpose? Why do I even have these thorns? Maybe I can incorporate the thorns into some of the bad deeds that they cause. You know, maybe they're planting thorns to make the park dangerous, and you have to clean them up every once in a while. I feel like that makes sense. Is this a hobby project or part of your main job? This is a hobby project, but I've worked on it so much it feels like my main job. I always want to know how people on here are so crazy talented. I wouldn't say we are. We're just crazy. Talented is, I guess that's a subjective thing. Aaron, how are you? Thank you for the follow. What should I call you? Hungry? Should I call you artist? determined, but speak for yourself. No, I speak for everyone, and you can't stop me. You can't stop me. Maybe more bad deeds you do or negative feelings they have, the more thorns show up. So, like, the thorns are some kind of representation of your own psyche. I feel like it's got to be related to the bad guys. They got to be planting these thorns. Hungry. Okay, your name is Hungry now. It's my whole personality. Mine too. Relatable. I'm doing good, Aaron. I'm doing good. I had a very good day today. I just got back from taking the dog out for a walk, and he's getting so good outside. He's getting so good outside. He'll walk far without being a pain in the ass. He even went downstairs today, which that was a first. He doesn't go downstairs, but he went down these very specific stairs. I heart good morning. I'm also hungry. Hello, Hungry. Yo, Mr. D boy. I'm the OG Hungry, but y'all can be my sisters and brothers of the Hungry clan. All right, we're in. We're all part of your clan now. What are we hungry for? I am hungry for a burger. I always want a burger. There's nothing like a cheeseburger. There's just nothing like it. The bread, the cheese, the meat, the pickle, the ketchup. It's got everything. Pizza is a close third, maybe. Maybe. Miss Boys has woken up as well. Neat. You mean Mr. D Boy? That was so easy and fast. To start a hungry cult? Yeah. All you had to do was, I don't know, exist. Boom, we're all hungry. Tell me what the best food is, how dare. Yeah. What's better than a cheeseburger? Seriously, what is better than a cheeseburger? I think I am Miss Boys. I didn't realize that. Oh, I see. I see. I thought the MRD was being mistaken as MRS, and then Mr. D Boy was Mrs. Boy. Curry, pizza, sushi, kebab, po' boy, paella. They're all very good foods. These are all you're listing fantastic foods, Finn. I would argue that some of they're all in my top 5, top 10. The burgers are just the best. Freaking burgers are the best. Fun fact, sweetbread is not a bread. Yeah, isn't sweetbread like it's like brains or something? Double cheeseburger, yo, Geo. You know what we're talking about. Geothermal sidewalk. Welcome in. I forget exactly what sweetbread is. Yeah, I knew that wasn't a bread though. Sometimes a burger is just the best thing you can eat. It is. It is. The warmth, the gooiness, it's savory. It's there's some acidity in there with your toppings. There's some crunch with the lettuce or the pickle or whatever you like. However you like your burger, it's just perfect. It's got everything. And then the bread, it's got bread too. Bread is like one of my favorite things as well. And the fact that a burger just happens to have bread with it, it's the best. Get me some lechin any day with a good bottle of American barbecue. What is lechin? Organs. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It is organs, isn't it? I love gooey. Yeah. Gotta keep streaking Gucci. You're really selling it. Selling what? Burgers? Makes me want a burger. Let's beg until he gives us. Gimme. I followed Miss Boys. There you go. Everyone follow Miss Boys. Shout out to iHeart. iHeart, how close, how are things going with Chicken Chasers? Damn, now I want a burger. All right, we did it. We got everyone to want a burger. Roast Piggy. Like Miss Piggy? The Muppet? Getting them stalkers. Listen, you're all stalkers as far as I'm concerned. We're all stalkers here on Twitch, anonymously watching other people do stuff. Bunch of freaks. My kind of freaks, though. My kind of freaks. Where am I from? I am originally from New York. New York shishin desu. But I live in Tokyo right now. What is that actually? That's the Godot logo. That's the back of the Godot logo. I can't believe you gave it a dumpy. It's going good. Working on making the demo levels more pretty right now. Nice. Both are cool places. They are cool places. I feel I've been very lucky. I got to live in a lot of cool places. I lived in San Francisco for about a year and a half. I lived in Los Angeles for about 5 years. I lived in New York City for 15 years. I lived on Long Island where I grew up for 12 years. Black Void Titan, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm filing a copyright claim on their behalf right now. Godot? I don't know. It's kind of the back of the Godot logo. I feel like you can get away with that. You could just say that's like some kind of totem. It looks like some kind of weird Aztec totem or something. Catch you later. I forgot this sucks my 5G. Hungry? Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Soul, how are you? You've been everywhere, dude. Yeah. I've been around. I've been very lucky. Andrew is from New York, but he'd like you to know he's walking here. Yeah, I'm streaming here. Hey, I'm streaming here. Come on. What are you doing? I think the Godot Foundation would love it. I think so too. You should blue sky at them and say, "Is this okay? Do you mind if I use this?" Forget about it. Even if they don't like it, forget about it. Just forget about it. Just working on some client stuff. Oh man, that sounds lame. Unless you like it, and then that sounds cool. But I'm streaking here. That's funny. One time Mike put his friends on the phone during stream, and I actually heard an actual New Yorker say that he was walking there to a car. Shout out to Crazy Mike. I miss Crazy Mike. If we get enough follows for Crazy Mike, maybe he'll stream again. So everyone please hit that follow button for Crazy Mike. You will not regret it. If you honestly don't know who Crazy Mike is, you hit that follow button right now, and I swear to freaking God, you do not regret that. You will not regret that. That's amazing. Although I would rather ask forgiveness than permission. That's true. Yeah. It's not going away, even if they say they don't like it. It's fun client stuff. VR project. Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, let's settle in. I'm glad you're all doing relatively well. Those who have said you are doing well. If you're not doing well, I'm very sorry. Finn, do you have heat yet? What is it? 8 days no heat? That's crazy. I hope you're not freezing. I saw you on stream today. You didn't have on your puffer coat, so I'm assuming you were relatively warm enough to not have to wear a puffer coat. It'll be Monday at the earliest. Oof. Some staff at Godot frequent my stream, so they will know soon enough. Is that a brand new emote? I have a Dyson heater under my desk. Oh my God. You just got it last night. Nice. Yeah, so these thorns, I gotta figure out where these thorns can go. I mean, you know, I have the four businesses here, and all of the ways that the big bucks company can thwart them. But I guess I don't really have like the national park. So the thorns are definitely coming from them. The thorns are from the national from BBCO. Now, how, why, what, who, where, when, whilst the seven W's. We need to ask 7 W's. Let's start with whilst. What are they doing, and how do we resolve it? What is the mechanic of the thorns? Is it just like a quest every once in a while? Is it in every zone that you have to go and clean out before you can experience that zone? Whilst, yes. Ani, hello. That's a lot of WWWs. Yes, there's a lot of W's. Didn't you take journalism? If anyone has taken journalism, it's you. Should it spread like kudzu? I don't know what that is, but I in my code, in the code, it can spread, and the problem with that is it spreads really fast. So if you don't go to the forest for like 5 days, it will totally consume the forest. Everything will be thorns, and it takes a long time for everything to grow back. So I turned off the mechanic where thorns spread and grow. I need to think about it a little more about what they do. It's possible that all they do is scare away the animals, and you have to get rid of the thorns to make the animals come back. Dead simple. They don't spread. All they do is despawn animals. Maybe it's just, yeah, perfect. Okay. Thorns despawn animals. And prevent growth. Maybe, yeah. So maybe they don't spread, but they do prevent new growth. Something like that. Journalism. LMAO. I'm all science all the time. I didn't know this. I didn't know you were so anti-journalism. Also called Japanese arrowroot or Chinese arrowroot. Is it like an invasive weed or something? Oh my God. No, iHeart, no. No. That's inappropriate. That's Turgis level inappropriateness. I'm not anti-journalism. I'm just not studied in it. Don't even read the news until I gotta. I know. I just figured I'd say that to rally up. Preparing eye bleach, administering eye bleach. Am now blind. Also, everybody, congrats to Aaron for hitting 3,000 followers. The least we can do is help him hit 3,001 if he hasn't already. Everyone, make sure to give Aaron to follow. 30 stream streak. Why do you want to rile me up? I'm here every day. I don't know. Sometimes in a Riley mood. Do you all want to see something funny and interesting? Raise your hand if you'd like to see something funny and interesting. No. Finn says no. That's one vote for no. Hell no. Hadouken, that's two votes for no. Sketchy says maybe. That's one. That's two no's and one maybe. The maybes have it. The maybes have it. Okay, Gucci says yes, and Whitechapel says upward. So look at that. Look at that. Isn't that funny? Did you know that this is our relative height to each other? Grumble, are you out there? I think Grumble's getting on a plane right now. His last day was today. Him and his wife are leaving. But yeah, we hung out last night. I got a little drunky. I got a little drunky. Enhance? Oh God, too enhanced. Too enhanced. How do you look 20 years older in that photo? It's because my shirt and shoes make me look older. Also, I look extra bald. Like I understand that like not having hair is very bald. Like I don't have hair right now, right? I don't look that bald. I think it's because my beard is just being hidden and it's just all skin. Maybe the glasses. Maybe it's the lack of glasses. This photo makes him look extra bald. Yeah. But yeah, that's us. We hung out. We had drinks. It was fun. We had fun. You have boomer gear on. I do have boomer gear on. I had like an oversized. It was a first, that was I bought that shirt at like a second at like the secondhand neighborhood here, Shimakitazawa. It's all like secondhand stores and it was the first time I wore it. And it was like gigantic on me. I was like, whatever. I'm not changing. Like Johnny Sins bald. Who's Johnny Sins? You need glasses. I only need them on the computer. I don't wear glasses unless I'm on the computer or like going to the movies or going to a museum. If I go to a museum without my glasses, it's like a disaster because it's always dimly lit and there's these tiny little placards with tiny little text and I just can't see anything. It's disaster. Getting drunk is always fun. That is true, Hadouken. Getting drunk is always fun. I had 3 Negronis and a glass of wine, and I still don't feel great, but it was good. I was like, who's that with Patrick Stewart? Patrick Stewart. I'm always being compared to people in their 70s. It's the lighting, the lens flares. It's always the lens flares. He don't know who Johnny Sins is. Uh, no. Why is that so funny? Maybe if you drank less, yo, don't even, don't even, don't even. How could you? Honest. I wonder how Grumble's feeling this morning. He definitely he went harder than me because he had like a bunch of drinks before we even met up. So yeah, story. Stuff in my eyes. He wasn't already drunk. It was just fun, you know. Do you guys even hear the music? I don't hear it. Seems really quiet. I mean, I guess this is a really quiet song. I'm making the home about your head reflecting. I now can't unsee your head reflecting a ton of light right now. Sorry. I got a shiny head. Fun fact, shiny heads are shiny. Shiny heads are shiny. I got the stream at 61%. You hear it. That's good. Surprised he's taller than you, though? He's not. He's not. We're either the same exact height or I'm 1 inch taller than him. But we did talk about that. It's like a very common thing to talk about when you meet up as a streamer because you never know how tall they're gonna be. It's always a shock. Every single time it's a shock because he thought I would be tall and I thought he would be tall. Just I guess it's just it's like a proportions thing, you know. It's you see people's proportions but torso only. I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9", and if you want to know how tall I am in centimeters, you can do the conversion on Google. So I don't remember. I thought you'd be taller. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm a little guy. Damn, I think you're roughly my height. Gucci, I'm sorry to disappoint you. But it's funny. I feel like, I think that there's definitely like a bias with tallness in being tall and like a respect that it commands subconsciously. It's just a very real thing. I am like Dr. Disrespect tall. Dr. Disrespect to me, he looks like 4'3" to me. He looks tiny, and it's because of how much I care about him and how little respect I have for him. That's why he looks so short to me. You are in Japan. Use metric, you American. I never remember. That's the problem. What is that? 72? It's like 75 centimeters. 5'9" to cm. It's 175 centimeters. Okay, I knew it was 75. It's 175. How tall would you be with hair? I often wonder about that myself. 5'9.5", maybe. Clayman Dev, what is up? Are you still streaming, Clayman? Did you do 15 hours today? Everyone, shout out to Clayman Dev. Booyah is 2 feet tall. Yeah, 275. Is that what 75 inches is? Or 75 centimeters. I just woke up. Good morning. Good morning. Hadouken. Hadouken, no. Hang tight. All right. Just under 2.5 feet. That would be a hard life. That'd be a hard, difficult life. All right. Uh, what? How do we connect these dots? How do we connect these dots? I feel like I was close. I feel like I was close yesterday. I was figuring out to get the national park its status back. Um, it's about photographing a certain amount of fauna and flora and phenomena. Fauna, flora, phenomena. And creatures and things. So these are like so it's not so much this. I'm gonna keep these bubbles because I like the ideas in them. But it's more like how many creatures do I want you to be able to collect, right? Uh just multiply your feet by 100 centimeters by 100 for centimeters, and I am 530. That's tall. It's not perfect, but on a cosmological scale, it's close enough. That's true. That's true. On a cosmological scale, you can just work in miles. Like you're 1 mile tall, and that's the smallest you can be. All right, so this let's see. Capture X number of animals. Capture X number of plants. And then maybe some landmarks, maybe some like interesting bespoke landmarks. Capture X number of landmarks. Like some kind of pretty waterfall, or I don't know, like some cavernous abyss, like a bottomless pit in the cave maybe that just goes on forever. Oh god. But once you do all these things, then I believe you can get the status back, and the government just can't do anything about it. This ultra rich soil thing, it's kind of a side thing, but maybe they're all related. Every single one. Once all of these are completed, then you can restore the national forest status. And then BBCO leaves. Okay. And that's it. That's it. This is from the start, right? This is from the start. This is just story. It's not town specific. What is this? Festivals. Butterfly migration, nature walk. Now we'll come up with a better one. Snow making contest. Now it's gonna be like a skiing festival. Uh, The Lake Island. This is the last zone that I want to make. I want to make an island in the center of the lake that you can get to somehow. Maybe you have to build a boat. Because you can't swim there. What's this? Jules leaves. I am sleepy, so I am going to go to sleep. Aaron, go to sleep. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let Godot bugs bite. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for that joke. Hi going to sleep. Hi going to go to sleep. Hi Bardaki. Is this enough? What is this? This is Melissa. So, okay. It seems that I can categorize this as a quest, like as a quest line to receive something special that has nothing to do with the story. But once you complete it, you gain skills. I liked it. Nice. I thought it was pretty good. Clayman, for a second, I thought that was like an Asmongold emote. Kind of, from when it's really tiny, it has that look. Everyone, I also forgot to share the link. Make sure to do all the things you need to do. Like wishlist and follow. I'm not signed in though. Let me sign in. Let me sign in. I'm a weirdo that signs in on the desktop, okay? Okay. See, do the thing. Wishlist, follow. That's my man Oik, yeah. How are things going with the project, Clay? Are you still feeling good? Are spirits high? I feel like I've been talking to a lot of people, and a lot of people's spirits are low right now. Are you going to be the beacon of hope that we all need? But yeah, if you're not familiar with Clayman, he's working on this Souls-like, uh, anime-like, Souls-like, Dragon Ball Z-like, uh, action beat 'em up. Clay is always a beacon of hope. That's what I like to hear. All right. Doing our best here. So this is unrelated. Like this does not have anything to do with the main story, right? Wait. More likes the better it is? Squared cube. More likes on what? I hate this. Why does it have to do that? Make a tighter turn. No, don't do that either. Terrible. Hmm. Is this everything? Let's tick through the story. Scary letter, meet the neighbors, proper business etiquette, tutorial, pity party. Oh, that's a bad joke about my game genre. How it's just a combination of. I see, I see. Oh, of likes. Soul like, rogue like. The more likes, the better. I get it now. I'm warming up to roguelikes a lot. I just never play them, but they're like fun as game developer or like game dev exercises. They're kind of perfect. Did you say Diddy Party? No. What? Are you making a Diddy like? Oh my god, it's Grumble. I paid for his drinks last night and he didn't even thank me. Oh my god. First of all, I was giving the guy my credit card and in a drunken stupor, a total drunken stupor, Grumble takes his credit card, takes the credit card machine out of the guy's hand and like holds it like a troll, like a little like a goblin, just like, no, it's mine. And he tapped his card down and it beeped. And I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He said the same about you. Yeah, I paid for it was on the table for the right. I was literally, my card was in my hand. Can't believe you. Can't believe you. You're slow. Ridiculous. I didn't know I had to race you. I didn't know it was a race. But I had a good time. That was fun. I wish I could have stayed longer. Ah, man. I wish we could have played ping pong. We were on our way back and we learned that we were both very fond of ping pong and there was a challenge brewing, but I couldn't stay out any longer. And you needed to go back too, right? If we ever meet again, we're gonna play ping pong, double or nothing. Double or nothing. Yeah. I'm doing boring stuff here today. I'm trying to work on story. I hate it. Yeah, you're getting on your flight now. Have a safe flight. Have a safe flight. I hope Japan was fun. Don't say it like that when you meet again. I mean, it would be nice. I think it's done. Let me tick through it again. Let me keep going. Okay, so we have tutorial quests. We open up our inn. We Dale comes to stay with us. Balint. Science again. Oh my god. Balint, how are you? Times 10. Kilika almost beat you. Sketchy almost beat you, but you thwarted their plans. Everyone shout out to Cyan Streams. You're amazing, Cyan Streams. It's true. It's true. Facts. Clay. Clay times 3. I don't know why I have this up anymore. I'm not really using it. So, town hall meeting. Town hall meeting about Jarf. Who's Jarf? Who the J is Jarf? So you meet Jarf and you learn about like what the hell Jarf is doing there, and it's kind of an introduction to the big box company. You learn some things. You learn some things. Town hall meeting explaining who Jarf is. Wait, why do I have two here? After asking Eugene about who Jarf is, you get a letter in the mail after a few days saying to please join us at the next Sunday town hall. Is this the town hall meeting? Town hall meeting about Jarf. Town hall meeting explaining who Jarf is. Is this the... What was my intention here? I don't know if it was 2 or 1. Epic 15-hour stream today. Yeah, that was epic. I was sad I didn't get to raid you. But Lynn, did you not stream today? You didn't. Or did you stream in the morning or something? But we have a question about the add me to the credits redeem. Is the credits for stream or for Alpine Lake? It's for Alpine Lake. I'm gonna put everybody in the Alpine Lake credits. I didn't. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I always forgive you. I mean, every once in a while you'll do like a morning IRL stream. It breaks my streak every time. I guess this must be one thing. I don't know why this two. When you get home from appointments for the little man until 9 p.m. and I had to put Munchkin to bed. We're all suspended from the day. You need your break. You need your rest. Lynn, we'll be here. We're not going anywhere. I know you have feelings about taking a long break, but you can do it. Or you don't even have to take a break. Just take some days off. Don't stream 7 days a week. Get your rest. Real life comes forced. I have fears of y'all leaving us. They're just that. They're just fears, and fears are not real. They're all in your head. There's someone that's allowed a day off. It's you, yeah. How's Mrs. Grandma and Puppers? Mrs. Grandma's doing okay. She's at work right now. Dog's good. Dog's really good. He's settling in nicely. He's being a real sweetheart. He's playing less aggressively, like less teeth, less painful teeth. He's walking way better. We can go out on long walks now. We can get our energy outside finally. That makes me happy because I don't know. I just thought like, oh my god, what if he never wants to go on a nice walk? What if he's always a little shithead? But no, he pulled through. He's such a cutie. Yeah, he's a cutie. We went to the vet today. He got his rabies vaccination. Yeah, he's a cutie. He's still such a puppy. He went down his first flight of stairs today. Here, I'll show you. He was terrified, absolutely terrified. It's funny. My instincts watching this is to say the same things I was saying then. Like, come on, good boy, you can do it. Come on. Ab, how are you? He did it. He went down the stairs. Yeah. Yeah. And then there's more stairs. This is fine. That's great. You can see the cogs turning, trying to solve the stair puzzle. Yeah. Each step is like half his height. It's true. Yeah, yes. He's finally big enough though where they're not intimidating. He's grown so much. It's crazy. I got him when he was 2.5 kilograms and he's almost 6 kilograms now. He's almost tripled. Almost. Why did it pick him? My last dog was a Corgi Jack Russell mix, and we wanted another Corgi. They're just goofy and smart and funny, and they're good. They're good companions. I mean, all dogs are good companions, but I generally like their quirks. I like their positives and their quirks. I already know their quirks, and I'm an experienced Corgi owner and trainer, so it just made sense. Every dog is different. Every breed has quirks. So I feel like you kind of get used to one. EXO, how's it going? If I'm ever gonna get a dog, I'm probably gonna get a German Shepherd. German Shepherds are great dogs. They're all good, but German Shepherds very loyal, very smart. Can't afford it at the moment. Only reason I don't have a dog. Yeah, dogs are expensive, aren't they? Especially if they get sick. It's the worst. Move in with us and get a pupper. You should. EXO, how's it going? We're going a snail's pace today. Absolute snail's pace, but I'm okay. I'm okay with this. Eugene under population limit. Stella sends you a letter saying she's moving in. Tell Eugene Stella will move in. Town hall meeting, Stella moves in, increased population. Okay. So there's an element to this where, oh yeah, here. Carlos has an idea to build new benches in town square. Here, Jarf joins the Chamber of Commerce. Some silly new benches aren't gonna stop us. Vic lets you know BBCO is up to something. She needs help investigating their timber yard. Get photographic evidence of their staged forest photos. So there's going to be more stuff here. It's got to be related. I got to get the thorns in there somehow. I got to get the thorns in there. Maybe Paul. Maybe Paul has something to do with it. Kilika, good morning. How are you doing? I saw your post. I wish you the best. I wish Monty the best. Yeah, how are you doing? I got back from GodotCon Boston today. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know there was a GodotCon. Yeah, how was it? It's the unexpected vet bill that's the deadliest. Yeah, yeah, those are deadly. And it's the best thing to do is to have health and to have insurance, but insurance is expensive. It's hard. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think living with Clay would be so cool. Yeah, I think so too. The showcase went well, and I made a lot of nice connections. Oh, awesome! Did you showed your game? It wasn't just like you visiting to see what was going on. There were like 6 Godot streamers there. Got to meet a lot of Twitch streamer friends. That's cool. Oh, I showed it. Nice. It was in the showcase. That's awesome. Who were the other friends that were there? Would we know them? As good as I can be. I just dropped him off for surgery, having 10 minutes to myself before I drive home. I wish you the best. Seriously. Dokkan sounds fun though. I wouldn't mind going to a Unity Con. Practical, Covino, Bad Cop, Ezra. Forgot Twitch handle. Oh wow, those are all superstars. Superstars. That's cool. That's so weird. I'm surprised I didn't even hear that there was a Godokon. I think I know Ezra. I think yeah, I don't remember their exact handle, but I would love to go to a Booyah. Stop it. Be lurking while I drive back. We'll have you on audio through the stereo. Oh God, I'm so self-conscious now. Are you gonna blast it so that people outside your car hear this? This is the closest I'll ever. This is the closest I'll ever get to being a radio talk show host. Is Kilika listening to me in the car? All right. Well, so I have a puzzle. I have a puzzle right now. I'm trying to figure out is how to incorporate these thorns into the game. So the thorns, they're there, right? Thorns are there. What do they do? How do they affect the story? What quests do we have to go on? And when do they show up? Why do they show up? And how do we get rid of them? And are they reoccurring? What kind of effect do they have on the game? Maybe it's at the beginning of every season. It's like bloom, bunch of thorns. Maybe it's once a week they come back and until you figure out like how to get rid of them. Maybe. Gonna start dropping F-bombs like Irish John now. Irish John is very respectable and doesn't drop major F-bombs. You know, he drops the feck. But that's wholesome. It's possible that I do drop actual F-bombs a little more often. Maybe that's not true. Maybe that's not true. Casually listening while I run around at work. Enjoy work. Try to enjoy work. Snow White sort of thing. Thorns, yeah. So like it's in terms of the life sim game loop where every day is something new or every day is a new cycle, new beginning. How can these thorns affect gameplay? Well, I already did kind of figure out how they affect gameplay. They scare animals away and they prevent growth. So it's hard to capture X number of animals, X number of plants, and X number of landmarks if thorns are there. So it's obvious that you have to clean them up. But how do I incorporate them into BBCO, like being BBCO? Are they planting them? Are they like spreading seeds? Are they doing something that's making the thorns grow indirectly? And how do we catch them through the art of innkeeping? Like that's always the best part about all this is like all of this is solved by an innkeeper. Someone who runs a hotel. This whole conflict was solved by the superhero who runs a hotel. But that's the beauty of it. I miss him. I miss him too. I miss him too. Everyone, shout out to Irish John Games. We're gonna snooze this ad in honor of Irish John Games, so we can give him a proper shout out. And everyone, go wishlist Rise of Piracy. Man. How is this gonna work? Let me look at all my characters and see how can it affect them. Obviously, it's in the national park, so Jeff is like, you know, it makes sense that it's related to Jeff. Also, how do I not have Jeff here? Gene Carlos, Melissa, Oriole, Vic, Jeff, Birch, Ruby, Benji, Jorf. Oh yeah, Jules. How did I forget all of my characters? So Eugene, it's not going to really affect Eugene. Carlos, no, it's not going to affect Carlos. It's got to be Jeff and Paul. It's got to be Jeff and Paul. Maybe they're like surrounding his house, and we catch him like trying to chop them like trees and get rid of them. And he complains, he's like, you know, these things have been here. They keep coming back. Every time I chop them, they come back. I don't know what's going on, but I can't get them to stop. There, and then he can explain what they're doing. Like every time these things show up, all the animals disappear and the plants and the other plants stop growing. It's perfect. That's actually perfect. Jeff, no, not Jeff Bezos. It's gonna be Paul. It's gonna be Paul that says these things. Okay. We got this. So when we discover Paul for the first time, where is that quest? Payback for kindness, package to Paul. So this makes us go visit Paul. And Thorns, hit me Thorny one more time. Is that a good quest name? It takes Thorn to know Thorn. Thorn. Life is like a thorn of chocolates. Jefferson Bezos. So this is going to be the Thorns exposition. We're gonna do some exposition about what these thorns are, and I'll write a footnote that's like, explain that thorns prevent wildlife from appearing and plants from growing and spreading. What's this graphing tool? Are you able to import it into Unity somehow? Sorry, my mobile. No, it's just, yeah, it's called Miro. It's just a graphing program. It does not import into Unity. I should be using one that does. I mean, I'm pretty sure the plugin I use hooks into a bunch of different tools, like Artisy. There's a few plugins that the dialogue system imports, but I'm afraid that like it's gonna mess with everything I already have. I don't know. It's fine to do it this way. It would be nice to research that next time I make a quest-driven game, if I ever make another quest-driven game, which I might not because holy crap. What a pain. What a pain. This is such a pain. To make a story that like has continuity and I don't know. This is ridiculous. Very difficult. Writers are very important people. I wish I can attach this node to it. Yeah, I don't think you can do that. Maybe I can group it? Group. Okay. You can. Let's group them all. Andreas, how's it going? I can sense the pain. Yeah, this is pure pain for me. Pure pain. So there's Thorn's exposition. And what are some solutions? What are some, I don't know, some scenarios that can happen other than them showing up and you destroying them? Like, maybe you need to bring a sample to someone. Maybe like you chop them down and you get an item and you need to bring that sample to Vic. You got to bring it to Vic. She runs the garden shop. Does she know anything about this? Like, ask Vic where these thorns or what these are. Oh my God. Please. 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 There's someone at the door. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Marilicious, welcome in. My first time in this channel, I get a thirsty ad. Maybe I realize I'm thirsty. When you say thirsty, do you mean in the liquid sense? Welcome in. How are you? How's it going? All right, so we're gonna go to Vic. We're gonna go to Vic, and we're gonna see what these thorns are about. Why can't I ungroup these? Shift G. All right, there we go. Ask Vic what these thorns are. Okay, now what do we do now? All I know is I was singing, now I'm thirsty, blah, 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 and I'm thirsty, some drink, I think. What are we coding? No coding today. Right now I'm doing story. I'm writing story for my game. It's a life sim, Innkeeper-Sim, with a relatively lighthearted story that goes around. The game. There's a national forest near your inn, and these invasive thorns start growing. Very classic foe in any forest related video game. We got scary thorns. We got to get rid of them, and we got to figure out where they're coming from, and we need to stop the source. Looks like old school PLC programming. The storyboard, I mean, yeah, it's this really nice free website where you can do all sorts of uh, whiteboarding related stuff. You can do graphs. You can do text. I generally use this for, I don't know, for story and dialogue writing. It's nice to just visually see like how your story connects to itself, and oh, okay, look, it's like it actually is concise and links up. I finally got everything to link up. Anything that goes off into the distance, you have to like discover in the world from the beginning of the game. Right? I mean, yeah, this person just shows up eventually. Jules leaves eventually. Chess, how's it going? Did you play any sports? Nah, not really. I mean, I like playing ping pong, but I don't play often, and it's not really a sport. I do yoga. That's how I try to stay active. I do yoga. Hmm. Ask Vic what these thorns are. What can she say? What can these thorns be? I mean, she could know they're an invasive species. It's a very chill Final Fantasy X mix. Yeah, it's Kilika Beats. You can check him out on YouTube. Check him out on Spotify. He's got Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 10 mixes, and a Heartbound mix. And rumor has it that there's a Final Fantasy 9 mix dropping shortly, but I don't know when. I will be waiting patiently though. It's available for wash list on Steam now. Thanks, Clay. If anyone is interested in what I'm working on, it is that Steam link. Hmm. I write story very slowly, because I wouldn't consider myself a creative storyteller. So these last few days have been very slow streams. Watch lists are appreciated. They are. They are. Also, while you're on Steam, you can go ahead and wishlist Epic Hero Game as well. Just while you're there. Just so you have it, you know? Ask Vic what these thorns are. Uh so yeah, let me. She explains. Meryl, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Appreciate it. She explains they are an invasive species. It's very weird to type when you can't really see the text. If I may, is this a side project? What stacks do you code in? Yeah, C Sharp, Unity C Sharp. She's never seen them before, except on the internet when she was stuck in a wiki hole. No, she's never seen them before, except in textbooks when she went to gardening school. Can you go to gardening school? I think it's called agriculture. I'll just say books. How can this be related to the box company? Maybe there's a location where they're from, and it's well known that this box company is also located in this other well-known location. And it's very obvious that there has to be a connection. Maybe some ingredients that they're getting from that other location are bringing the thorn seeds to this forest, and that's how the seeds are getting here. Are they doing it on purpose? Are they doing it on accident? If it's an accident, could be interesting. They could be more forgiven. If it's on purpose, we're doubling down on them being evil, which I'm fine with. I believe it's called botany, the study of plants. Virtue, I believe you're right. So ask Vic what these thorns are. Maybe Vic asks like, can you get me like a larger sample so I can do some tests? Can you get me a larger sample? Or this isn't really a quest, this is more side note. She asks for a larger sample so she can do tests and maybe pinpoint where they are from. Maybe if they grow for long enough, they turn into like Venus flytraps that can talk. What is that movie? In the play, Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, maybe it turns into a Little Shop of Horror. You let them grow for long enough. Maybe they're alien. Maybe they're alien. Ooh, maybe it all signs point to BBCO planting these thorns as a malicious act, but then like right at the last second you realize that, oh wow, it's not even them, it's like this weird alien species that we don't even know why it's here, and there's just something else going on, some kind of like weird mystery. My love for Twin Peaks and X-Files is making me want to do something like that. But where does that lead me? Like, why would I do that? It's kind of pointless, but I don't know, maybe not. What can be the point of that? Maybe if you destroy enough of them, then the aliens visit and they're just like, "Why are you destroying all of our thorns? We can feel it." And you're just like, "But it's destroying our stuff." And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't realize. Okay, we'll get rid of it for you." And they get rid of it. And then they visit your inn and you have aliens staying at your inn. I don't mind that. And I don't even think I need like new models for aliens. I can just like make green skin and replace their hair with like two little antenna, and then bam, I got aliens. I already got aliens. I like this, but it's like these are the things that I can never commit to. Like a good storyteller would be able to work this in and not feel bad about it and it like be nice and good. And I don't have storytelling courage. I can't just do something like this. It feels right to me. It feels like a good decision and something that's interesting, but the realist side of my brain is just like, no, you can't have aliens. You can't do that. What? This isn't a video game. You can't just put aliens in this story. It's not a video game. It's definitely a video game. I could put aliens in it if I want. Hmm. Let's move this over. Let's make room for the Thorn storyline. Let's see. She's like, I don't know. I don't know what these are or where they came from, but I blame Bibiko. Just has to be their doing. That's kind of a dead end. It's kind of a dead end answer. Hmm. I'm meandering a little bit. I'm meandering a little bit. I'm not sure how to like get this back into the main story. How does this relate to the main story? What is going on? Oh, what did I just do? Long press to unlock? What did I just do? Oh, interesting. That's cool. What are these? Festival quests. That's right. That has nothing to do with anything. The festival quests. What? What is happening? Keep adding these little dots. One dot. This might all be too complicated. Am I gonna be able to do this? I mean, this is what I have so far. I always thought I was like 10% done with the story. I guess this is 10% of the bubbles. I would just have to stick really close to this and be quick. Maybe I need to cut some of this out and get to the point faster, or maybe I don't know. I can't tell if I have enough. I can never tell. How do you know when you have enough? Probably when you start cutting stuff. I'm wondering if I should just implement all this now. I mean, this is gonna take weeks. Weeks. This is just like a vague idea of what these quests are. All the dialogue that goes with it. I'm sure I'm gonna realize once I get here, it's like, oh, I want to send the character to like 15 different places and have 15 different conversations just for this one bubble. Like, I don't even know how vague and how specific these bubbles are. It's exhausting me thinking about it. Hmm. What time is it? Oh, it's only 5. Got plenty of time. Maybe I switch gears. It's not smart to switch gears. My head's in the story. If I want to finish this story, I gotta stick with it. I mean, but this is all connected. It's all connected now. No, not this. I still didn't figure out this. What are these thorns? Do I just cut the thorns? Just get rid of them completely? I think I get rid of the thorns completely. I don't know how they incorporate. It's making me come up with weird, stupid ideas that are unrelated to the story. And it's just causing me pain. When do I make the decision to cut it? It took me a long time to implement them. And I just need another reason. The original reason why you can't enter the forest in the beginning is because the kids made a mess. Maybe maybe I bring that back. Your heart knows the answer. Andreas, you're right. I gotta cut it. I gotta cut the thorns. You gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And I think I'm gonna fold them. I'm cutting the thorns. I wonder if that means I don't have a machete. No, I need the machete. I need the machete to get rid of weeds, kind of like the scythe in in Stardew. Something that can cover a broad range. All right, so this isn't clean up the forest anymore. What is it? Where is it? Pity party. Entering the forest. Okay. It's hard because I really liked where that was going. I like the mechanic of the thorns repel. Maybe they're just there anyway. Maybe they don't need this like massive storytelling element. They're just there to uh, prevent the animals from showing up. So maybe I don't make a big deal out of it. Maybe it's just a thing that's there. And Maybe like maybe in the caves. Maybe if you get deep enough into the caves, there's like the root. Like all the thorns are spawning from this one root. You know what? I like it again. I like it again. Okay, that can be the point to the caves. Like there's kind of a point to the caves, but maybe there's a bigger point, like a bigger purpose for the caves, and it's to get to the root of the thorns and destroy it at its root. It's an invasive species. It shouldn't be there, obviously. That's why we're destroying it. All right, all right. We did a complete 360. I was 1 second away from cutting the thorns, and now I kind of like, all right, can you get me a larger sample? No, like, find the root. Uh, let's see. So wait, can you give me a larger sample? I don't know what these things are, where they came from, but I blame BBCO. It just has to be their doing. Maybe later you get a letter in the mail. Later you get a letter in the mail. And maybe she wants you to bring her all the thorns. Give me a larger sample. Bring me all the thorns you find. So maybe, yeah, a certain amount of mass. Like after a certain amount of thorns turned in, Vic discovers that the thorns are all the same organism. Kind of like those trees in the desert. There's like a desert bush where they span miles and miles, and they're all interconnected in one solid organism. Vic discovers that the thorns are all the same organism. Which leads to the idea that once you find the root, maybe you can destroy all of them. Maybe you can prevent them from growing. Okay. Okay. I like this. I like this. I don't know what it is lately, but I don't know. My nervous system is like on such edge that I feel my emotions swaying with the difficulty of this writing process, and just like everything I've been doing the past few weeks. Like I was not feeling good when I couldn't think of a solution. I got so cranky. I'm getting rid of them. I'm getting rid of the thorns, and now I have a solution. I'm just like, I'll praise the thorns. Jeez, need to chill. DJ Updog, how's it going? Now we're cooking with gas. Yeah. Yeah, I just like can't function. Nah, I can function. It's tiring. I feel tired from the whiplash, the emotional whiplash that I give myself. All right, but this is good. This is good. Find the root. So I believe in the caves I'm gonna incorporate the roots growing in the walls or something. Maybe they'll grow in the walls. Maybe when you destroy certain walls, or maybe like, yeah, they'll be floor to ceiling vines and thorns in the caves. And maybe the first time you see one, it's a set piece. It's like staged. There's a cutscene, like, oh, this is weird. I should take a photo of this and show Vic. And when you show Vic, she's like, "Oh wow, that's amazing. You need to keep diving down deeper into that cave to find where the thorns are coming from. Maybe the root is down there." Okay. So This is good. Ravioli, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? Also, DJ Updog, is that a yoga reference? Are you like a Zen DJ? So when do we enter the caves? Where is that? Oh dang. Oh dang. Adam. Adam, welcome in. All right, Adam, thank you so much for the raid. You enjoy the rest of your evening. Shout out to Adam, everybody. Raiders, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I work on this cozy life sim Innkeeper-Sim called Alpine Lake. Let me play the trailer for you. You can see what I'm working on. Also, Chartle, shout out a friend. We're shouting out Adam. We just did. But everyone, this is what I'm working on. Anga, also Anga, how you doing? Adding you to the credits as we speak. Is that your first time? Is that your first time redeeming that? Saw button, had to click it. Yeah. Normally I'd shout out someone that I haven't seen or shouted out in a while, but perfect timing. But yeah, this is what I'm working on. Life sim, like Stardew Valley, but you run an inn instead of a farm. And today, what I'm doing is incredibly boring. I'm trying to write story. So it's very difficult for me. I think most people don't do this on stream. It's incredibly boring. I am warning you. Basically, I have this flowchart of story beats and quests that I want to implement. These are up here like my tutorial quests that I already have implemented. And then the rest of this is like, all right, what do I need to finish this game? And then down here is the ending. And yeah, it's painful. It's painful for me. It's painful for you, but I got to do it. I just got to do it. Also, if you didn't know, those of you that were here before Adam raided, or even those of you that came in with Adam, he's got a Steam page now, so I encourage everybody to wishlist and follow Insignia. Do it now. Do it now. I'll even pin it for you. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Similar to Celeste. I don't think so. I don't think so. Is this game relevant to you? It's relevant, but it's definitely not similar to Celeste. Get your shit together, Steam. Robbie, welcome in. I think plotting a story is fascinating, not boring at all. Ooh, you haven't seen me plot a story. Yeah. Doing my best. Doing my best. So let me catch you all up. This is what I'm working on currently. The overall story is there's a company, just like Stardew Valley. They're a big box company. They make big boxes, and they want to chop down the national forest that's next door to your inn. They want to basically raise the forest, and they need the redwood trees. Tix, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. They need the redwood trees that are in that forest to make their 100% locally sourced, organic, no food coloring, no dyes, red boxes. They're beautiful red cardboard boxes made from locally sourced organic redwood trees. And if it sounds funny to you or interesting or weird, yeah, obviously that sounds horrible. You should not be making boxes out of redwood trees. They're precious beautiful trees. But this company, they they show themselves as like this holistic, wonderful company that chops down redwood trees. So your job is to figure out like how to stop them. And I have this side not like it's like a side quest line that uh prevents you from achieving one of the major goals, which is reinstating the national parks status, because it was taken away. For some reason, the government took away the national park status. So it is no longer a national park, which allowed the company to move in. And your job is to help the park ranger get the park's status back. And what that means is you need to catalog all of the creatures and the plants that live there and grow there, and prove why it's like a place that needs to be preserved. And there are these thorns growing in the forest, and you don't know why, and you don't know where they're coming from. So I have this whole quest line of discovering the thorns, chopping them down, taking them somewhere to be researched, and then running into them in a different part of the game. And you eventually find them in the caves, and you find them growing up through the floors of the caves, like in some levels of the caves, you're going to see them like coming out of the floor and like into the ceiling. And there's a camera in the game, so you're going to be asked to photograph it, bring that photo back to the garden shop owner, who's a plant expert, a botanist, as if you will. Thank you, Virtue. And that's where I'm at. You're going to find these thorns growing up from the caves, and you need to traverse down into the caves to get to the root of the thorns, because the thorns it's discovered that they're one solid organism. Every thorn in the game, you're realizing it's all the same plant. So there must be a source that you got to track down. And the thing that the thorns are doing is it's stopping the animals and the plants from showing up and from spreading. So like animals won't show up, so you can't photograph them. Plants won't spread and flower, so you can't photograph them, and that's preventing you from getting the national park status. So we're honing in on like this like big thorny problem at the bottom of the cave. And what I'm still trying to think of is, does this company have something to do with it? Like, did this company plant this thorn to create problems? Or is this just a coincidence? Is this just a roadblock that is there that has nothing to do with the company? I don't know yet. Still trying to figure that out. Steam is like, oh, pretty pixel. Yeah, definitely. Sounds like the company owner is detail oriented. I love to see the real grind, like show me the inner workings, not the candy result. You mean the real grind of writing a story? I don't know what writing a story looks like. Whatever I'm doing here, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing the right things. I'm back. I love the idea of the heart of the thorns being deep in the cave. Yeah, it seems like a decent path, right? It seems like a decent idea. But yeah, welcome in everybody. Welcome in Raiders. If you stuck around through all that, appreciate it. And if you would be so kind as to give Alpine Lake a wish list, maybe, that would be very nice. Neo Geta, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? Maybe they dumped some waste in the cave that mutated it from normal thorn roots. Alessia and Shirkin, also welcome in. Shirikin. Thank you for the follows. How are y'all doing? My stealth knife. Hello. How's it going? I like the story. Also deeper, in my humble opinion, if the company is not necessarily directed or directly behind the thorns as well. So you don't think they have to be related. I think it's too on the nose as well if it is related. Um, but the thing that makes me want to make them related is because if it's not related, then it's something else, and that something else makes the story more complicated. If if it's related to the company, like this is the company doing bad deeds trunk of the story. If I can somehow get this back into the trunk, then it's done. I wash my hands of that story. If it's something else, then that spawns off into a whole nother branch of story that I have to tell. And you could just destroy the heart of the thorns and that be that. But that's not that interesting. It would be more interesting if you just kept digging deeper and asking the questions of why. So I'm not sure. I like the idea that it could be something else too. Before you guys even rated, I was just talking about how maybe the thorns are actually like some kind of alien plant and I bring aliens into the game because I actually wanted aliens to visit your inn at a certain level. Like you level up your inn throughout the game. I wanted the final level to be like your inn is so popular that even extraterrestrial life hears about your inn and wants to visit you. So I thought it would be interesting to make the thorns that, and that when you destroy all the thorn, maybe when you destroy the heart of the thorns, like the aliens sense it somehow, and they're just like, "Hey, why did you destroy that? That was our thing." And then you're just like, it was destroying our stuff, so we had to get rid of it. And then maybe they go, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that. We'll be more careful with our thorn seeds." And then they stay in your inn. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. The thorns can be a way of nature trying to keep them out, make it magic. So you're saying the thorns are also trying to keep out the box company? But then I guess if the thorns are like a good guy, maybe they're like an all destructive being. They destroy good and evil. Hey, if you can't behave, then no one gets the forest. Something like that. Maybe it's just grass that got cancer and mutated unstoppable species. I mean, hmm, maybe it's a plant that mutated based on what the box company's doing. Maybe like pollution making it grow like algae. Yeah, 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 exactly. Maybe from the box company chemicals. Yeah, yeah. Interesting. 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 Okay. All right. How, maybe they have a factory in the caves. I always thought like I used to have a very different story in mind where it's like an energy company. It's not a box company. It's an energy company that's in the caves, um, causing earthquakes and causing these weird phenomena. And the deeper you go into the caves, the more you discover their factory. And like every level is like a different level of abandoned, and you start out seeing like very abandoned factories, and then at the bottom you realize they just keep moving their factory lower and lower because of the research they're doing, and they're like mining for a certain resource. And I just didn't know where I was going with it. I was like, how you run an inn, how does this affect the inn and the forest and the town? It's like, now I need something that's more directly related to uh, something that's more of a direct threat. And the idea that this box company wants to take over the town and take over the national forest, that just seemed much clearer. Then without the box company, it has healthy water and air and starts blooming instead of growing thorns. It's interesting. Weep sauce, welcome in. If there's some delicate ecological balance here, that could be something that the box corp activity in the area is disturbing. Some bug can't reproduce. The bug has always kept the thorn in check, but it's always been there. That's interesting. That's interesting. Uh, so in the code, like my biomes, they do thrive and spread, and they have dependencies. So like, uh, uh, only meme, me Mercury. I want to say only me Mercury, but I don't know how to pronounce it. But thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Uh, so the biomes in the game, they do grow and spread and prevent things from growing and encourage things to grow. So like when like in the first biome I made, there's crows can spawn. No, bugs can spawn. Bugs can spawn. There's a beetle that spawns only if there's a certain uh, plant of a certain age. If a plant was there for a certain amount of time, it's aged to maturity and allows a beetle to spawn. If a beetle has been there for a certain amount of time, then crows can show up. And it's this like cycle of letting the biome do its thing. But the the more I worked on this system, the more it sits there in the game. I'm just like, so basically you just don't do anything. If you just wait, things happen. Nerve and Dota, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. What genre is this game? It's a life sim. It's a life sim simulation game. Let me boot it up for a sec. Let me boot it up. The problem with this like biome system is like it's just complicated. And how is the player going to even know what's going on? You know, there's no like number over the trees that's like this is a 5-day-old tree. That means bugs are going to show up soon. Like, do I make an in-game wiki? Do I put that UI in the game where you know how old every plant is? Like, no, this is too much. So I'm like on the verge of nixing this entire biome system in favor of just like generic seasonal growth, seasonal change, time based. You know, I still will keep like the idea of stuff spreading. You know, if there's a tree, if there's a pine tree, then there's a chance for a seedling to grow next to it. Like I'll still keep that stuff, but I don't know about the whole like bugs requiring a plant, birds requiring the bug, and then like I don't know, a fox requiring the bird, all these different things. I might have to think of another way. JB, have a good one. Have a good night. Get some sleep. It's hard to sell as a story beat. Yeah, it is. It's just another mechanic that I have that is unrelated to innkeeping, and I need to slash some stuff. I need to just get rid of stuff. You can do what Stardew does, just make a library for players that want the detail. Yes, I can do that. And I'm okay with doing that. I have like a visitor center in the game. So here's like a debug or like a, you know, a temporary inn that I use to debug, just a couple of rooms next to each other. And I have some guests. What is Liam doing? Why is Liam just standing there? I don't know what Liam's doing, but I don't trust it. But here, I'll show you the forest. Talal, thank you for the follow. So here's like the entrance to the forest. There's a visitor center / museum. This is like my quote unquote community center, but it's not for like collections of stuff. It's collections of photographs. So there's these different like exhibits that are empty because I don't have any photographs. But once you start taking photographs of stuff, you can fill in the exhibits with like you know, like natural history museum diorama style stuff. So that's where like the photography element of the game comes through. And the more you fill up that visitor center, the better, you know, the closer you are to reinstating the national parks status. So maybe when you fill that up 100%, you get the status back. So here's like the forest, right? You can see a crow over here. That means there must be beetles. I'm not sure. There's a butterfly here, which I think butterflies can always show up. Mushrooms can show up by default, I believe. There must be a beetle around if there's a crow. Oh, there's a beetle. It just flew away. So when you get close to them, sometimes they leave. But yeah. Raspberry Victor, welcome in. So I'm in spring day 12. I've never visited the forest yet. I think this is the first time I'm visiting the forest. So everything like kind of like fast forwarded to the 12th in terms of like the biome simulation. I didn't need to come here and everything just kind of happens. It was like, what's the point? What's the point of the simulation aspect of it? Unless the player has input, right? And the only input I have right now is that the thorns stop growth. So if the thorns were here and you did not visit for 12 days, then nothing could have progressed. Once a thorn is here, nothing can progress in its area, or I think ever. Like I don't think anything can show up if there's a thorn. And I think I guess I can still keep the system and just stop the simulation aspect of it. Like I want when thorns are here to make the animals not show up. But yeah, I guess I don't really need like the complexity of like, oh, you got to get beetles, then you can get crows, then you can get whatever. Maybe it's just time based. Bado, thank you for the hydrate. I'm actually out of water. Did I make it all myself? I did. I do, I do a lot of the modeling myself. There's some assets. There's some assets here. Like I didn't make this little bush. I didn't make this rock. I didn't make these clovers. Everything else I made. The trees, the terrain, the pathing, the grass, and I didn't make these flowers. These are just, I was always gonna replace them, but I kind of like them now. I don't know. They just fit. But yeah, I do all the coding myself. I do all the asset development myself. And now I do all the story writing myself. But I'm having a hard time. All right, but you know what? It's unfortunate, but I actually have to go. I think we need to raid someone. This was a short stream for me, but yeah, I gotta end it, unfortunately. Amices, how's it going? Good morning. Do you have any idea how you want the story to end? Because you could reverse engineer the story. That's what I did. When I was having a really hard time. I was really struggling continuing the story branch down. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was like, all right, let me just make the final node. Let me just make the final story beat, which is, it's just the big box company leaves. That's the final story beat. BBCO leaves forever and ever. And then I was like, what are the things that make BBCO leave? Well, I'm going to have 3 different requirements. Some of the requirements are you need to increase the population in the town. So people need to move in, kind of like Animal Crossing, but not really. It's basically like there's going to be abandoned buildings in town. You have guests that visit your inn. Some of them want to move in, or you got to like become friendly enough with them such that they move in. And then if you get a certain amount of residents, that contributes to BBCO's plans being thwarted. Also, one of the guests, when your inn reaches a certain level, one of your guests is going to be the CEO of BBCO. He's just going to like show up, and you have to win his heart. You have to somehow win. He is the boss. Literally, he's the boss of the company. He's the boss of the game. He's got a health meter because he's got relationship points, and you need to like increase your relationship points with him, which is, beating the boss. So you got to beat the boss. And then this restore the national forest status, which makes it so that they can't build here. You can't build in the national forest. They got to get out. And they actually moved into the forest. There's a zone called Timber Thicket where they've set up camp. They somehow decommissioned this national forest in the government. That's a whole nother thing I got to figure out. And then they moved in to do some deforestation, but there's a whole story element of them being there, and that's their home base, and you got to get them out. What if you owned a detector that shows a gauge of the area, how much is cleaned up when its maxed out life comes back, and somewhere else you have like a weather station looking over all of it? Yeah, that's a good idea. You can just make up some device. My problem is that I'm like very grounded in reality. I have a very hard time making up random stuff. So, yeah, it's hard for me to implement something like that. I mean, it's possible, but it would take a lot of like uncomfy feelings to get over it and just do it. You can also have weed to remove. Yeah, that's how I see the thorns. They're like you have to constantly remove them so that the animals and the plants can come back. Uh, and then trying to figure out how to stop them once and for all. Mard, Mard. But I'll be back. What's today? Today's Friday. I'll definitely be back Monday, where I will continue tightening up the story and figuring out all these last little bits. Like I gotta finish this. I gotta finish how the thorns are. I'm just gonna write really quick, like find the root, destroy the heart in the caves, like maybe the heart of the thorns in the caves. Just want to remind myself of that idea, and then I got to figure out what is it? What is the thorns? How do they relate to the story, or how do they spawn their own branch? We'll see. Bibico. Yeah. But wait, we know all the story. Yeah, there's no point in any of you playing the game. You already know all the story. I'm not telling a complicated story. There's no twists and turns that I'm like revealing. It's just a chill game, It's just supposed to be a chill game. Also, hopefully my audience is larger than the 98 of you. He is obsessed with the color red. That's why the boxes are red. Yes. Yes, and that's why the redwood trees have to be the ones that you make the boxes out of. Obsidian spotted? Where? Where? Sky. Sky. Do you want to turn your stream on so we can raid you? Just flick that switch. If you still wanted to change BBCO, Big Box, as a company name, on its own is maybe not bad. Just Big Box. Big Box. No Co. Big Box Co. Big Box Inc. I've been calling it BBCO for Big Box Company, like Big Box Co. I could just not call it BBCO. Not till tomorrow. Just hold out another 24 hours. All right, we're going another 24 hours so we can raid Sky. Now, where should we go today? Where should we go? Are we leaving? I just got here. Yeah, sorry. Have a great weekend. Thanks for the stream. Keeping me company on my drive home. Kilika, keep us updated. I wish you the best. BB Code does sound cute. It does. It's just so much like JoJo Mart. BB Code, JoJo Mart. It's the same. Every time I do something, it's like, oh, it's the same as Stardew. What the hell? Why do I keep doing this? Why can't I do something better and original? Let's do some credits, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for the new follows. I'm very, very close to 2K, which is fun. I got to figure out something fun to do. Hang tight, y'all. Whoops. My everything got logged out. So I can't run the credits. Okay. Here are the credits. Here we go. All right, everyone, thank you for hanging out. New followers: Raspberry, Talal, Nerve Dota, Only Me Mercury, Alicia, Shuriken, Neogeta, Till, Ravioli, Meryl, Hungry. Oh my god, so many follows today. Thank you so much. Ben, thank you for modding. And Adam, thank you so much for that raid. Stardew is just the same as Harvest Moon. I know. It's like everyone's played Stardew. Not everyone's played Harvest Moon, but everyone's played Stardew now. So thank you all. Thank you all for hanging. We're gonna go visit. Da 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 da. We're gonna go to Mr. D Boy. We're gonna go visit Mr. D Boy. Stop it, Sky. You stop it. If you don't stop it, I'm gonna give you a shout out. iHeart, Kilika, Mard, Sky, Batto, Andreas. Thank you for hanging. Robbie, Exo, Stealth Knife, Mises, Me Mercury, Weep Sauce, and everyone else. Everyone else who stopped by and helped me out. I'll be back on Monday. I hope you have a really good weekend. Finish your week strong. Finish your week strong. Do something nice. And I'll be back. I'll be back on Monday. We'll have a great time. Hopefully I'll wrap up this story soon. Maybe next week. It'll be done and I'll start implementing it maybe. Fanny, have a good one. All right, everybody. Let's go say hi to Mr. D Boy. Have a good one.